Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor all alone. Riders.
Have you ever heard loud cars in the distance in the middle of the night and wondered, who are those people? What are they doing out there at this time of night? Or perhaps you've seen tire marks circling around parking lots, wondering when and how did they get there? Why would somebody want a fast car if they won't ever have a chance to use it? Isn't a car just a way to get from point A to point B? Who better to answer these questions than people who live and breathe cars?
Riders on the storm.
My name is Victor. I drive a 01 Lexus LS 430. You know, I can tell a lot by a person on how their car looks and how they take care of the car. I feel like, you know, that represents you in a big part, and for me, it's like my personality in my car. I feel like the car community really shows that people are passionate about what they do, and it brings out the best in people. Honestly, my biggest influence would be my dad. Just the fact that ever since I can remember, whatever he's had has been, you know, customized or fixed up. It's never been stock.
My name is Brendan Gray. I drive a 2006 BMW 330i.
I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Hey, came in the game getting money. Flip chicks, whip, get money. Keep playing with the money, click bang for the money. Change over money.
It's just a hobby. It's something else that I do instead of spending money on other stupid stuff that high school kids spend money on, and you know, it keeps me out of trouble for the most part.
Alan.
Oh, Daniel.
11 Camaro SS.
Yeah, this is my Acura TL, 2005.
Couple Z01 parts. Well, I do it because I love it.
People bonding together, having the connection, and be able to see everybody's builds and stuff.
The way they modify it is based on what they like, what they want to see. And well, mine, I wanted to make something unique, something different.
A lot of people street race in the streets versus a track due to the fact that they get a rush and a thrill from, you know, whether it be the cops or just, you know, other people that they know.
Some people street race instead of going to the track because it's a lot more easy to do, it's cheaper. You know, going to the track, a lot of times there's a fee.
I mean, street racing, I mean, I like it to be honest, but I mean, it's dangerous also, but just like street racing rather than going to the track and stuff.
I usually go street racing probably probably 2 or 3 times a month just because it's so risky. I usually ride along or drive other people's cars.
You know, everybody takes a risk in everything they do, and with street racing, that's our risk. Whether it be getting a ticket or getting our car impounded that night.
And it's fun to get the pools, 30 rolls, 40 rolls.
Some people just like to do the straight line on the freeway, like the 60 rolls and 40 rolls where you're going 40 miles an hour and then you go, or 60 miles an hour and then you go, and you really can't do that on a quarter-mile track. So on spring break during TX2K, it's a weekend where everybody goes street racing. We got pulled over right before we were about to start racing. There was probably 6 to 8 cops pulling over 20 of our cars. It was just really scary. I'm afraid of being pulled over all the time. That's why I've got a radar detector all the time on, pretty much, unless I'm just like going to school or anything. Pretty much every time I'm going on a longer drive, I have a radar detector on. But I have been pulled over multiple times, sometimes with me driving, sometimes with me not driving.
Surprisingly, I've never been pulled over before, and I don't plan on being pulled over. I don't think anybody does.
It's scary when a cop pulls you over because you never know how they're going to act or what they're going to do. But no matter what, no matter what mods you do to your car, no matter whatever you do to your car, the only thing that's going to get you pulled over is your driving habits. I try to not drive too risky. There's a place and time to go fast, and there's a place and time to not go fast. Like, you can usually tell where most cops are, but it just depends on your driving habits if you're gonna get pulled over, no matter how fast your car is.
We race a lot, and we like modifying. We like to take our cars over the limit.
Everything has that one hobby or that one thing that makes them love life, and for me that just happens to be cars. It's always been that way since I can remember, whether it be cars, bikes, anything. I just love, putting your personal touch on it.
The easiest way I can explain my love for cars and my passion for cars is pretty much like sports. Like, why do you go to the weight room every day? Why do you go to practice every day? Why do you do all these things? I do all this stuff to my car. I fix things, replace things, and then I go out on a track and race. And something that I put a lot of time into to practice and do what I can to my best ability.
I went to San Antonio for a car show, and my car has stayed stuck on the side of the road, like on the side of the freeway over there. And I didn't know nobody because I'm from Houston, so randomly people would just stop and come and like try to see what's wrong with me, like my car and stuff, and get help and stuff.
At meets, I've seen people, need a jump, and people, not even hesitate to help others.
We're like all family. We still help each other. We even though we're competitive, we're there to help other people.